TV.
Welcome to this edition of Dufferin Life. I'm your host, Teena Avery. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Can you hear the music? The music's everywhere. I think the music might be in the hills. Joining me today, we have Faye and Francine. They are from the Connect Club in Shelburne, and we're here to talk about music in the hills.
Yes, we are.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
So we're gonna start one by one. Faye, I'm gonna ask you to tell me a little bit about what Music in the Hills is.
Well, thanks for having us, and the Connect Club of Shelburne is very excited to be hosting Music in the Hills, which is going to be showcasing local artists. We've got a crowded table, Matlocks, and our feature artists are the Campfire Poets.
Nice.
We've also entertained Dufferin Rising Star, so youth can put together a tape or a video, send it in to us, and we evaluate it, and then the winners actually come to our show.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so it's being held in Mansfield, the parking lot of Mansfield Skiways on June 7th. Really a drive-in concept, but it doesn't mean that you sit in your car.
Okay.
It means that when the music is up and playing, you can get out of your cars up to a bit of a dance floor and let the movement go.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. And music just kind of encapsulates everyone. Like it's such a, I love going to anything where there's live music being played, because you can feel the energy from those that are playing the music, you can feel the energy of the people around you, and it's just such a wonderful experience. So Francine, tell me a little bit about the event and who it's supporting.
Well, the event is going to support the family transition place, specifically the education portion, and we're looking to help boost the mental health in our schools and with our children and everything like that. It's COVID, for one thing, certainly brought it to the forefront, and so we're trying to facilitate more outreach to the children in the schools, and we hope that this will help bring up some cash and help them get out to more people.
And I think that's really important, and why I do this show and I talk about this all the time is about creating awareness. So I know this is not the first year that this event has happened, but we still need to create the awareness for those people who may not have heard of it, and you know, for the organization that you're sending the proceeds to. Family Transition Place FTP has been on the show many times, and we understand the importance of everything that they do. The guest that I had last week on the show, we were talking about the importance of mental health in youth. So I mean, I love that you're supporting a specific aspect of that, because as I had mentioned before, it's just something I think that we live in such a busy society. You know, and I think things get missed, or there's not enough time to spend, and I think the youth of today need these types of programs to make them aware of what's coming out.
Yes, it does. We're all moms, so it hits hard home when we hear of other people's children's, or even in some of our own families going through the struggle. So we really want to try to help out as best we can.
Yeah, it definitely is a different lifestyle now from when I was growing up. Everybody has stress, and I've always said that, like, no, you're never going to get rid of all of your stress, but the youth of today, they spend a lot of time online, they don't spend a lot of time socializing, they don't, there's a lot of things that, you know, and that's become the norm, so there can be things that are missed, but not intentionally, right? So,
and the Dufferin Rising Stars, which is a music outlet for their kids, we're hoping that this will help them as well. So if they're in the school and they're saying, okay, I'd like to have a band and I can try out, it's an amazing way to help people's mental health. Music is, of course, everybody knows it goes so far.
It does. It does. It, like I said, it fills your soul, and it really I am such a music fanatic, and I can't sing, so there's no band, and you won't be seeing Teena anywhere anytime soon. But I'm also a dancer, so that whole feeling, like, I grew up dancing, and I taught dance for a little while, and that whole feeling of that you get listening to music, and it just I don't know, it brings so much joy, and I think for some people, it's hard to take the time. Like, what do you think, Faye? Like that time to really enjoy music. There's a lot we're busy all the time.
Well, and the music is universal. It,
Yes.
it appeals to everyone. We don't always like the same genres, but we always like some sort of music. I'm a classroom teacher, and I see the struggles that kids go through. So this was something that really hit home to me, that when we chose this this outlet to donate the money to, and of course Family Transition Place needs all kinds of funds to help service all schools in Dufferin County, and that's where the funds are specifically staying. They're staying local.
Perfect.
Elementary and secondary. So we're really pleased if we can, hype up this activity and bring more awareness to kids, because it also helps kids not only handle, they know how to handle the stress and give them different strategies to handle the stress. And that's a big part of what's going on. So as you said, there's all kinds of stresses in our world, but it's how we handle it. And this is part of the program that they deliver is how to handle it.
Yeah, and giving them those tools and creating awareness and educating them about different things that happen in life, and maybe some aspects of how to deal with it and how to become more self-confident, or how to, you know what I mean? Like, because every person is different and they're going all through different things at the same time. So when you've got, especially when you've got big families, you've got so many things on the go and extracurricular activities and things like that. And sometimes it's just nice to just sit back and listen to the music.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
This is a family event too. You can bring your kids, no dogs, but kids. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be, we're hoping we'll have some more vendors show up to be a market vendor. So while you're waiting, you can look at the what's for sale. Hopefully all local vendors, and fingers crossed it's going to be a nice day, but if it gets rainy, you can hide in your car.
Yeah, absolutely. You get to still enjoy it. I mean, I think that's a lovely thing about this event, because, outdoor music events, if there's bad weather, you have to stop, right? Like but this one you get to sit in your car if it's bad weather and come outside of your car and be a part of the community, because we live in such an amazing, wonderful community. And I think that events like this it's a marketplace is one thing, because you're walking around, you're shopping, you may see people. But an event like this, when you're sitting around listening to music, gives you that social aspect that you don't have from just going out and doing your everyday running around and being a part of the community or going to certain things. Like this gives you that opportunity to look at the family beside you or look at the person beside you. And, if there's someone there that's by themselves, invite them over to come and sit with you. Like, it's just, and we live in that type of a community.
Absolutely. And we all work together, and we all socialize. And it's going to be great for the local economy. If people are coming in to our event, then they can support those local vendors.
Yes.
And support the surrounding businesses in and around Mansfield. So we're pretty excited about the event, and hopefully the word gets out, and please come. And enjoy.
Absolutely. So let's talk about ticket pricing. What is the ticket pricing, and how do people go about getting tickets?
We have you can go to musicinthehills.ca and you can use the QR code or just click on to the buy the tickets, and it'll bring you to our online vendor. And the tickets are general right now, $100 for a car, which is a driver and one person, and then all other passengers are $30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And all proceeds are going to an amazing cause as well. And it's worth the night out, absolutely. And you said that there was food trucks there as well. My favorite topic, food. So bad. But yes, I think that, there's something for everyone. And who doesn't want to go see the Campfire Poets? Goodness, and all of the other amazing artists that will be there, and the rising stars. So I think, it's a great event that you're doing. Let's talk a little bit about the Connect Club of Shelburne. Tell me what is it, and what is it you guys are up to when you're not planning Music in the Hills?
Well, we're part of KIN Canada, which is a wholly Canadian organization. We are a service group, much like the Rotary and the Lions, and we work to help our community. We've been around since, KIN Canada's been around since 1920.
Okay.
And our club is about 60 years old. I think half the population of Shelburne has been a Connect at one point or another. Some people join for a couple of years and then they move on, whatever. It's always a wonderful process when we bring in new members, new ideas, new fresh eyes and stuff. We like to get together now and then and do social things. Last year we went to Florida.
Oh.
We do a mystery weekend once a year.
Nice.
That's, of course, our own funds. But
Yes.
we have been known to do catering. We've been known to run bar, just like the Kinsmen. Be a part of parades and whatnot. We're always trying to help out as much as we possibly can in things for our community, anything that's important to the community, because the logo is meeting our community's greatest needs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have so many amazing service clubs in Dufferin County that do a lot of work that comes right back into our community. And what I truly love is how these service clubs support each other. Right? Like, it's not just about what you're doing. Like, there's so many opportunities where you see other clubs helping or supporting and that sort of thing. So tell me, how often do you meet, and what, if there's somebody that's listening or watching, not listening and watching, we want you to know how you can become a part of it if you want to, because giving back to the community and doing these types of events is very rewarding.
We meet twice a month. The general meeting, where all members are invited, is usually the third Tuesday of the month. You can get a hold of us by emailing at shelburnecanets at hotmail.ca. I'll just give you my email address.
So now we're all just going to be emailing.
Sorry. Anyways, and then our membership director can advise you on the next meeting.
Okay.
We get together and then we just chat about what's going on in our lives, and of course any event ideas and project ideas we have coming up. We don't usually meet in the summer because we take a break, so we can enjoy our lives, and then we start up again in September.
Okay.
Yep.
So when this event is done in June, and I know you take a break in the summer a little bit, but when do you start planning for the next one?
Usually September we start. We sort of take a survey of what we would like to do, what's the community's greatest needs. In the past 20, 25 years, we've given thousands of dollars to the Headwaters Hospital, built playgrounds in our own community, helped with the splash pad that just went in, which was hosted by the Rotary Club. So we're always trying to plan on events that we can, that we see as having the greatest events, or greatest needs, sorry. And it could be anywhere from something like this, or currently we've got flower sales going on, and that that helps. We also have a national fundraiser goal for the Kin Club of Canada, which is cystic fibrosis.
Okay.
So we're always donating money to there as well to help find a cure for the disease.
We do a road toll every year with the Kinsmen in Shelburne, Thanksgiving.
Amazing.
And we usually raise, I don't know, $4,000 to $7,000 in one afternoon for cystic fibrosis.
That's amazing.
And it has no overhead, so it's an amazing project to do and so easy.
Yeah.
People are always so happy to donate.
Absolutely. Ladies, I want to thank you so much for joining me and coming on the show to talk about the event and about the Kin Club. But thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you very much for having us.
Yeah, it was truly my pleasure. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
It's time to get a little messy.
Thursdays, Top Chef heads north.
Welcome to Toronto.
And when the competition hits Canada,
Poutine. They're here to fight for over $500,000.
A lot of dough on the line, right?
there are no apologies allowed.
Am I missing one? Oh my God. Woo.
Sorry, not sorry.
My job's not done until I win.
Can I compete?
Top Chef, all new, Thursdays at 9 on Bravo.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Dufferin Live. Thank you so much for staying with us. And as always, if you're tuning in just now, you're tuning in at a great time. So there's music in the air. We were just talking to some ladies about some music, but we're now going to talk to Terry Ann. She is from the Orangeville Music Theatre. Terry Ann, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me here.
It's truly a pleasure. So I didn't give away what the shows were. I want you to be able to tell. So let's start with the show that you're doing as a musical director. What show's coming up?
Absolutely. So Orangeville Music Theatre's adult show for June is The Addams Family.
Amazing.
So super fun comedy with some beloved characters. I think a lot of us have been familiar with The Addams Family lately. And basically the idea of this show is that Wednesday Addams brings home an absolutely wonderfully normal boy.
Oh no.
And the family just has no idea what to do with this.
Oh my goodness, that sounds like so much fun, honestly. So let's talk about being the musical director. Is this something you've done before?
Yeah, so this is my sixth show with Orangeville Music Theatre.
Okay.
And I've worked both as the musical director and as a director in the past. And so yeah, over the last about 5 years, I've been able to join in this group of community volunteers and put on some wonderful productions.
Yeah, they have absolutely put out some really, really great shows. So of the Addams Family, who's your favorite character?
Oh my goodness. Do I have to say my Fester because my husband is playing Fester? No. You know what? You can't pick a
How do you
favorite.
choose? I was just going,
You
oh,
can't.
Morticia. Oh no, I love Wednesday. Oh no, I love this. So I don't even know if I could pick, but
Yeah.
I mean,
No, they're all just such like lovable, wacky, fun characters. Every time someone's on stage, you're just falling in love with them all over again.
So directing a musical is very different from directing like just a regular drama, comedy, that sort of thing. Let's talk a little bit about the differences, but because you've done both. So let's talk a little bit about being the music director, what the differences are for you versus just doing a non-musical production.
Sure, yeah. You know, with a musical, it's really about the creative team, right? Because I think when you're directing a play, often the director is sort of, you know, the boss. They're in charge. They've got this whole creative vision. But a musical is about bringing together the choreography, the music, and the director together, and really trying to work to bring this kind of one vision to the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many people are in this production? Because musicals are usually, they usually have more people. Am I
Yeah,
wrong?
so this one has 20 people in the cast. They are all all local community members. For example, our Morticia and our Gomez are both local teachers in
nice.
Orangeville by day and superstars by night.
Amazing.
Yeah, and we have some high school students in it, and then all the way up to all the ages, all the way through all the ages who still have to get on the stage.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. So let's talk about what it's like working in a community theater, what the experience is for somebody who's coming to audition for the very first time.
Oh, to audition. Yeah, we just want to welcome everyone. And this is a place where you kind of get to live out that dream of being on stage. We have people of all sort of, talent and ability who come. We have people who really have always wanted to and never had a chance. And then we have people who were on shows in high school and are maybe coming back to it. And then some who have kind of never, they got in, they got the bug, and they never left.
Yeah. So, I mean, and the process is very similar to what you would expect from a professional theater.
It absolutely is. I mean, and that's the thing that astonished me when I first started getting involved with Orangeville Music Theatre, like you say, okay, community theater, what am I going to expect? What's going to be on stage? What's the process? And, you know, having worked in the film industry years ago, I came in and I was like, this is incredible. And the productions that they were putting on were such high quality that you forget that we have this incredible, you know, pool of local talent right here in Orangeville and Dufferin.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I've had this conversation with many, many people before. You know, Dufferin County seems to encompass so many types of artists, and not just musical, singing, acting. You know, there's pottery makers. There's so many different types of artists. You know, painters, and we have authors. Like, it's a phenomenal community that encompasses all of these artistic people.
Yeah,
I'm not one of them.
Maybe there's a role in the next show for you.
I'm not. You know what? I love being on stage. I shouldn't say that. So I used to dance, and then I used to compete, and then I used to teach a little bit. I didn't do a lot of teaching. And I love being on stage. And there's always been this thing at the back of my mind, like, it'd be so fun. Like, could I, just to let the crazy comes out on a regular basis. But just to let that crazy come out that little bit more and embody a character of some sort. So you never know.
Well, and the wonderful thing about, you know, being a music director, choreographer, and director is that we're taking, you know, community members, amateurs, and we're able to sort of just help them develop a little bit more. You know, somebody might come and say, I love to sing, but oh my gosh, I cannot dance at all. That's okay. Come on in. Our choreographers are fantastic. Like, you've never acted before? That's okay. We'll get you there. It's amazing what they can do.
Yes, yeah. So there's a second production coming. Orangeville Music Theatre is putting on. So let's talk a little bit about that one.
Yeah, so in addition to the adult show, we call it the adult show, the main stage show, I should say, of Addams Family, we are doing Alice in Wonderland Junior.
Okay.
So this is a great opportunity for the youths. I think they're about the age of 6 to 18 is kind of the age range.
Right.
For them to get on stage and to take every role in the whole production. So they take all on everything and learn sort of doing a pared down version of a full musical. Okay. Yeah.
So they're both musicals.
They're both musicals.
Orangeville Musical Theatre, Teena.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. So they have a cast of about 26. My daughter is in the show.
Amazing.
She will be the Mad Hatter, and
I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And she got bit by the bug. What was it? 2019, 2018.
Okay.
Her father and I were both in shows. We've both been doing this a long time. So she came in, so they have a cast of 26. And again, they have kids that have never done anything before and kids who have just been, doing this over and over again. And they do the whole thing. It's a pared down version. It runs about an hour or an hour 15 instead of like a 2.5 hour. But they learn the choreo, they learn the music, they learn the lines, and they're wonderful.
That's amazing. I think I love watching kids on stage. I'm a big fan of theater in general because I love to talk about the experience so that when you walk in, it doesn't matter what kind of day you're having, what type of injuries you have, anything that's going on in your life, you kind of walk in and you just kind of forget everything and just lose yourself in whatever's happening on the stage.
Yeah, and I would say absolutely for all of our cast and our crew as we're putting this together, and then for the audience as well, like come and enjoy just. Especially, we got Addams Family and Alice in Wonderland. You got like this hilarious comedy, you got this kooky, fun little show. Both of them are a great opportunity just to come on in and enjoy like a really, really high quality production from your friends and community members.
Yeah, so we've kind of touched on it, but I'm going to ask you, why is what you do important to the community?
Oh my goodness. Art is how we look at life, right? It's how we kind of look at what's going on around us. It's how we process a lot of the highs and the lows, the joys, the heartache that's going on. And, you can kind of come in and create from everything that you are, right? I was just talking the other day with Greg, who's playing Gomez, and we were talking about, he's in character, letting Wednesday go, letting your daughter go. What's that process? And he and I both got talking about our children who we have in grade 12. We're sending them off into the world, and just as, we're trying to connect to this kooky, crazy character, we're actually like, you know, yeah, this is real life.
Yes.
And so art just, I mean, we can be, you know, reading and writing and doing our jobs and all that stuff, but art is just where life comes alive, I think.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think there's something that encompasses the people that are in the audience, and then just feeds into who's on stage, and then the people on stage, because they're energetic and so talented in doing what they do to bring that joy to you. They feed off of what the audience is feeding to them.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's truly is an amazing thing. So if we've got somebody out there watching that was like, geez, I kind of really, you know, a little more serious than I am, because I was just not doing it, because I can't sing. But like, you know, those people, those people, like, what do you say to bring them, number one, to see the show, because maybe because there are people out there that think, oh, theater is not really my thing, and number two, to bring them that one step further to come and audition.
Right. Okay. Well, let me tell you, if you're not sure about theater, these are the shows to come and see. And I'm not just saying that because I'm involved, but I mean, Addams Family, it's so, like, they're just beloved characters, and you will come and you will laugh. Our director is Keith O'Connell. He's director and choreographer this time, and you know, every single rehearsal is we're just laughing all the time. It's so joyful, and when that happens in the rehearsal, it comes out to the actors. When that happens with the actors, it comes out on the stage. When it comes out on the stage, the audience is just taking it in. So this is the show. Come out, see them, enjoy, have an evening of laughter, and then absolutely come out and support our kids. I mean, this is a time when arts programs are being cut in school, left, right, and center, as they're trying to save money. And, you know, Orangeville Music Theater is a place where these kids can come and find their creative outlet and just hone their skills. So come on, it's such a great moment to come on out and see not just sort of this up and coming talent, but to see these kids who are really giving their all, 10 hours a week, 12 hours a week, to prepare for this and get on stage. They're marvelous.
And then come out to an audition.
And then come out to an audition. You know what? I used to teach piano. My oldest student that I ever had start was 88 years old.
Wow.
First time ever. And she said, I always wanted to do it, and I thought, you know, I don't want to get to the end and not. And so this is the time. There is a place for everyone. There's a place on a riser if you really don't want to do that dance. There's a place in the ensemble to learn how to sing it, you know, with a big group, so you're not out in the front there. And
and there's places behind the scenes too, right?
Absolutely.
Costumes and stage and
yes, absolutely. Like this, so there's set design, there's props, there's costume designers and makers. There are, you know, we need backstage help. There is a whole village that is behind the 20 actors that you see on stage. So, you know, if any of those things, you know, are of interest, they are all places where we have community members come in and help.
Well, I think that's absolutely amazing. So get out your phones, mark your calendar days. They're coming back on the screen shortly, and get your tickets to go see these wonderful productions. Absolutely. Terry Ann, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much. The pleasure is mine.
It was truly my pleasure. As always, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
This is a perfectly healthy child. What's unhealthy are birth alerts, a racist practice that may stop this Indigenous mother from going home with her newborn.